Okay, guys, we are looking at one of the biggest topic in maths. It's one of the biggest, one of the topics that, an examiner can diversify. So you need to know beyond just how to calculate. You must know the meaning. And that's why last week, our first lesson, we did a very foundational, we had a very foundational class trying to explain to us some basic things. And then we zoomed into a parabolic function. I wrote the formula, f equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. I told you what a would do, what b would do, and what c would do. We looked at part of the parabola, and we looked at how to calculate the main point on a parabola, which is your turning point. And at that turning point, we said we have the axis of symmetry which passes through there. Please take note of all the formulas: minus b over 2a, x1 plus x2 over 2. I will be looking at a few questions today, how to sketch a graph. I received those 2 questions from Michelle. I'll be looking at them as well today. So I remember last week I was showing you 3 different ways of calculating turning point, which you and I must know, especially when it comes to completing the square. So we did all of that. I want to see where we stopped. Or we're trying to look at a question. Oh, we even sketched a graph. Oh, we did quite a lot. All right, it was an open class last week, and we did all of that. Now, quickly today, let me then try to see if I can import those questions that were sent. Let's see if we can get, oh, here's one of them. We're going to run through all of this. Is it visible? Or let me do this. Let's try to do something here, because I want it to be very visible. And it's important, you must understand a parabola. Look, information first. You see, I even cut off the question. It says, sketched below are the graph of f of x equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. That's a parabola. And g of x is mx plus k. The x-intercept, okay, beautiful. I was looking for this. We have x-intercept, beautiful. The graph of y, f, and g intersect at point A. You can see the point of intersection there. And B, beautiful. Point P is the turning point. Q is such that, Q is a point such that line PQ is parallel. I spoke about all of this. Please go back to lesson 1. Learn there were 8 or 9 points that we discussed. That remains a foundation for functions. So we are given all of this. Now we want to look at what does the examiner really want in terms of questions. I promise you that we actually answered more than expected while dealing with last week's session. 18 marks here that I needed to grasp quickly. Tell me, is the question visible to you? Trying to make it as big as possible. Can we read the questions? Number 1, determine the equation of G. Look at G. G is a straight line. You will do that analytical functions almost everywhere. G is a straight line. And to get a straight line, equation of a straight line, all I need is 2 points. And I have my points, that, and I'm done. 3 marks. 0 and 8, minus 4 and 0. Okay, I am going to do my calculations here. Please make sure you get this. Grade 12 function is just 9 to 12 marks. Functions is really done in grade 11. So we have that. And we have 0, 8. We have negative 4. We're looking for the equation of that line. Your first step is to find the gradient. Step 1, gradient. This is point A and point B. y2 minus y1. yb minus ya over xb minus xa. What's the y value of b? 8. What's the y value of a? And guys, I am expecting a positive answer. Please, this is important. Your expectation is very, very important, so that if there's an error, you can go back, because we're human. We can, make errors. What is the x value of b? 0 minus -4, and that will give you 2, which is positive. I'm done there. And guys, are you aware that if I look at this graph, my equation is supposed to be y equals to mx plus c. And what is c? C is actually your y what? Intercept. And for this graph, do you notice I already have my c? My c, you need to be wise and smart. You don't need to calculate things that are given. That already is a c for both graphs. This value here is c for both graphs. C for the hyperbola and k for the, I don't know if that makes sense. I already have that, which is 8. You don't need to calculate. But let's see if we're going to get 8. I want to show you something quickly. So do I have, you can pick any point. I'll pick A, -4 and 0. Let's try that. Just to show you that 8. What's my y? 0. What is my gradient? 2. What is my x? -4 plus c. Do you see that? I'm going to get, which is c equals to 8. You don't need to calculate this if you pay attention to the graph. So I just come here, y equals to 2x. Please let me know if everybody's okay. So I'm just removing something from my board. I'll clear this. Is everybody okay with this? No one should get the equation of a straight line wrong. You need it for paper 1, and you also need it in paper 2. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Number 2, what are we looking for? We are calculate the values of A, B, and C. Now, my good learners, I want you to see what I'm going to do. When I'm given a graph, how do I get an equation? I am going to come here and say y equals to a x minus x1. That's how I get the equation. One of the ways, in fact, the most common way, y equals to that. Remember what x1 and x2 are. These are your x what? Intercept. And then x and y coordinate of a point on the graph. Function has to do with coordinates and what you see. Okay, my good learners, let's go and check our graph. Do I know my x1 and my x2? Absolutely. -4 and 2. Do I know a point on the graph? Yes, 0 and 8. Do you see that? So x1 is -4, x2 is 2. Let's just substitute. And we know 0 and 8. My y value is 8. I do not know my a. My x value is 0 minus x1 is -4 multiplied by x is 0 again plus 2. By the way, hold on. Do you notice that it's a sad face? A is a sad face, so I'm expecting my graph is a sad face. A must be a negative value. If we don't get a negative value, we've done something wrong. Always have expectations. Let's solve. What do we have? Okay, looks like this one's going to give me, wait, we have a sad face. Why is this looking like it's going to give me, let's check something. Something is wrong somewhere. Oh, sorry. It is x0 minus 2. Yes, you see? I've already checked. Do you see why expectations are important? I'm already having a problem seeing that, and I quickly fixed it now. All right, what do I have? 4 and -2. Do you see that if I didn't have expectations, I was just going to keep working? A is -1. Now what do? I go back and substitute. My A is -1. Then I have x plus 4, x minus 2. Now I can expand x squared minus 2x plus 4x minus 8. Now this is just one way of doing it. I can show you another way. Minus x squared This is 4 minus 2, which is 2, multiplied by negative 2x, negative, negative. Can you see the 8 again come into play? Please let me know. This is how we get the equation of a parabola. You substitute to get the value of a, and then you substitute back, leaving your x and y. Talk to me. Talk to me. Number 2. So you sub in your x, y, x1 and x2 to get the value of a. Then you throw it back into the equation, leaving x and y. Is everybody okay here? Okay. Beautiful. How many marks was that? That should be about 3 or 4 marks. Oh, 5 marks. Interesting. 5 marks. 5 marks. Let's do something very crazy. Let's do something very creative. I'd just love to show you something interesting. We have a graph that looks like this. Let's try something. We have a graph that looks like that. This is negative 4 and this is 2. Instantly, do you know that I can find my turning point? I can find that value. All right. We're given y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. And I do have my y-intercept there as 8. So already I know my c is 8. Let's try something very interesting. Will this work though? Will this work? I'll have 2 unknowns, but let's try. I know my turning point, x equals to minus b over 2a. But I do not have b, neither do I have a. But I can find that point as x1 plus x2 over 2. So x turning point will be x1 plus x2 over 2. Let's play around with math. Negative over 2. 2 minus 4 is negative 2, which will give us negative 1. Watch this. So it means my x turning point is negative 1 minus b over 2a, that's my turning point, is equal to negative 1. Does that make sense? I already know my turning point. If I cross multiply, what do I have? Minus b equals to what? Minus 2a. Divide both sides by negative, what do you have? b equals to what? 2a. Just want to try something there. B is equal to what? 2a. So I'll go back to my graph and say y equals to ax squared. Instead of b is 2a, right? Plus c. Is there a point on the graph that I know? Yes. I know 0 and 8. Let's try that. Okay, that will not work. I don't want to put 0. Let's use where y is 0. Minus 4 and 0, right? Check. What's my y? 0. What's my a? I don't know. What is my x? Negative 4 squared plus 2. Do I know a? Nope. What is my x? Negative 4. Do I know my c value? The y-intercept, 8. Isn't this interesting? Let's see. This will give you 16a. This will give you minus 8a plus 8. What will this give us? 8a. Move it over. Negative a. Check what I have. My a is negative 1. But I know that b is 2a. So what is b? What is b? Negative 2. Oh, so what's my equation? Remember, it is ax squared plus bx plus c. What is my a? Negative 1 x squared. What is my b? Negative 2 multiplied by x. Let's write it out nicely. Negative x squared minus 2x plus 8. Check what I got again. I want you to just see the beauty of functions. Do you understand what I did here? I used my turning point. And how did I get my turning point? x1 plus x2. Oh, please, can we go forth and back? Talk to me. I want to see if this makes sense. If you understood what I did. So you're just taking functions and you're just slicing it left, right, and center. Using the right coordinates, using the right point, manipulating information. That's what I'm talking about. So the key here was to know that I can get my turning point even if I don't have my equation, and then use that, because this is important. It's going to come in handy. Let me see. Minus x squared minus 2x. Beautiful. Same equation. Please write this down quickly as possible. I want us to move to hyperbola shortly. Give me a thumbs up once we're done. And if you are okay, no questions. All right, I think we can move ahead now. Let's look at the third question. What are we looking for? Show that the coordinate of P is -1 and 9. What is P? Turning point. Already I got my -1, right? So how do I show that the coordinate of P? Let's just find the turning points quickly. What's my equation? Y equals to -x squared. All right, what is x turning point? Minus b over 2a minus 2 there over 2. Your a is -1. And this will give you -1. Now, how do you get your YTP? You substitute. Plus 8. Let's confirm what this would give us. That would give us 1, -1. 8 plus 8 plus 2, 10. And 10 minus 1 would give us 9. So our turning point, the value of P, we're done. Let's try to complete the square. Let's try to complete the square. And see whether we are going to get that -1 and 9. If you remember my rules, but if you don't remember, I'll remind you. The first rule is that your x squared must be positive. So I'm going to take out that negative. That's my first rule. So you notice all the signs have changed. All the signs in the bracket, because the rule says the coefficient of x squared must be positive. So now we start completing the square. Look at what I'm going to do. I told you last week, I have that negative there. We create our platform, and I'll drop my C. Okay? If you remember, X. Now what do? Divide B by 2. My B is 2, so when I divide, it's going to be +1. I'll put a note there, B over 2. Now what do? I square and subtract. What is 1 squared? 1 squared is 1. Subtract -1. Remember we did this in our first lesson in closing. So check what I have. X plus 1 squared minus 9. Now multiply the negative in. Negative x plus 1 squared. Now negative times negative would give us what? Positive. Good. My turning point. X is adjusting all the time, so the sign must change. And that's it. P and Q values. P and Q values. I hope we are on the same page. I think once we answer 2 questions or so, I can quickly jump to hyperbola. Please make sure you're getting all the concepts. Make sure you understand. You're doing the exact same thing next year. Yes, talk to me.
Yeah, I was wondering, how did the -9 turn into a positive 9?
All right, beautiful. You remember there's a big bracket here, right? Can you see this big bracket, block bracket? You are multiplying.
Yes, sir.
You are multiplying this negative in.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once you multiply, let me just do that. Oh, come on. So you are multiplying, you are expanding. So you are multiplying this negative. Multiply that and multiply that.
Oh, okay, sir.
Awesome. Good question. I love the questions. I love the questions when they come. Okay, let's move on. The range. Ah, beautiful. The range. Range talks about y values. Always ask yourself, why do you take orange? So if I look at this, look at what my graph looks like. -1 and 9. This is x. So we are saying the maximum value is 9. I cannot go beyond 9. So all my values should either be less than or equal to what? 9. And we're done. Range. My maximum value is 9. Maximum means the biggest. The biggest value is 9. The biggest value is 9. I cannot go beyond, so I can only go below or equal to 9. Done again. I hope we're on the same page. And great thing is all of this was explained. Now 5.5. Determine the equation of the line P perpendicular to G passing through C. Ooh, so much information. Let's do this. Okay, what do we need? We need, let me clean these write-ups here. Determine the equation of a line P, okay? It's the equation of a line which is perpendicular to G but passing through what? C. Let's interpret. It must be perpendicular to G but it must pass through C. So let's draw a line perpendicular to G and passing through C. We don't know where it is. All right? But we know it is something like that. Passing through C, but they told us perpendicular to G. Interesting. Perpendicular to G. Lovely. Analytical geometry, we did that. If two lines are perpendicular, then the product of the gradients would give us -1. What's the equation of this line again? 2x plus 8. So my gradient here is 2. And because this line P is perpendicular, do you know what the gradient here would be? You change the sign and flip the numbers. I did that with you when we're doing analytical. It's a positive here, this becomes a negative. 2/1 becomes 1/2. Did that make sense? Please talk to me. If two lines are perpendicular, that's the rule. Product of gradient is -1. So M of G is 2. It means that M of P is going to be negative. You change the sign and flip the numbers. Are we on the same page? It's a straight line. Oh, so I'm done. Y equals to mx plus c. It passes through point C. My y value is 0 and my x value is 2. If you do the math, c equals to 1. So what's my equation? Negative half x plus 1. Case closed. We're done with that. Please ask me questions. I'd love to take questions here. The question is on the group, right? It's the one Michelle sent, so you can always refer to it and do it again and compare your answers. But are we okay with this? Okay, now we want to get 5.6, the length of PQ. Very interesting. That is vertical distance. How do I know that it's vertical? If you go back to the notes that you wrote, I wrote this thing down. I told you it's either they tell you parallel to the y-axis or perpendicular to the x. So they told us it's parallel, so it's vertical what? Distance. I'm going to crop that image out again and do the question here. So PQ is a vertical what? Distance. And what do we say with vertical distance? Is top function minus bottom function. Which function is on top? It is the parabola. You see, at that point, PQ, P is the parabola, so it is what? F of x minus G of x. Basic algebra, negative x squared minus 2x plus 8. Please, algebra, when I introduce a minus, I introduce my bracket, 2x plus 8. Let's expand. Negative x squared minus 2x plus 8 minus 2x minus 8. The 8 would cancel. Minus 4x. The question is, okay, I'll be able to get PQ if I know the value of x. Oh, we do know the value of x at that point. Do you remember? That's my turning point. Negative 1. But x equals to negative 1. So what is PQ? Negative 1 minus 4. Negative 1 squared would give us 1 times negative 1. So that's negative 1. And then you have 4 minus 1, which is 3 units. Talk to me if we are okay, everybody. Yes, Michelle?
So there was another method that I did. The first thing that what I did was find the coordinates of Q and then just minus to the y values of P and Q.
The same thing. Because if you are looking for the coordinates, also correct. It's just basically substituting your y value. Because already we can say y at P minus y. Because you must know that this is the same thing as what? F of x. Alright? This we already know as 9. Because that's the y value. But we don't know the y value of Q. Let's find the y value of Q. Remember, we know the equation. 2x plus 8. Negative 1 there. And what would that be? 8 minus 2 will give us what? 6. So I can say PQ is the y value of P, which is 9, minus the y value of Q. Perfect. The same thing. Every time we write f of x, we are simply saying y value. That,
Thank you, sir.
lovely, lovely. Well done. Good thinking. Guys, did that make sense? F of x means y. G of x means y. K of x means y. Okay, let's write those two methods as quickly as possible. Then we can answer the last one. Last one is just playing around with you. The examiner is just playing games with you. Are we ready for the last one? How do we treat the last questions? We call them the inequalities. Okay, I didn't do that because I was hoping to do that when I look at a question. And here it is. The inequalities of functions. Again, I'm going to bring the same knowledge And I'll show you what I mean. We are still talking about what? Y values. All right, please, I'll slow down here. The examiner says f of x. We are always looking for x value here, right? Greater than or equal to 0. Now, anytime you always start from the right-hand side of your equation. If the examiner says greater than 0, it means it must be positive, right? So, this side, it must be positive or equal to 0. Please watch what I'm going to do here. Do you understand what I just said right now? Greater than 0 or equal to 0 means I must get a positive answer. Please, I want you to respond step by step. I'm starting from the right-hand side, interpreting that. Please talk to me. Talk to me. Start from the right-hand side. Greater than 0 means positive. Now, I'm just going to work with my signs. How will I get a positive? It is either I say positive over positive, which will give me positive, or negative over negative. Positive over positive or negative over negative. That will give me positive. And where will I get a 0? It means f of x must be 0. G of x cannot be 0. Let me put that down. For me to get a 0, for f of x over g of x greater than or equal to 0, f of x must be equal to 0. G of x cannot be equal to 0 because if it is 0, it will be undefined. I already have my answers. I am looking for where both of them are positive or where both of them are negative or where f of x equals to what? 0. Those are the 3 points I'm looking for on the graph. And how do I do this? Remember the statement I just said a while ago. F of x means y. So look at what I'm going to do on my graph. Let's deal with f of x first. What is the y value at the bottom? Y value here is negative. Y values are negative. Y value here is 0. The y value here is positive because it is above now. Remember, I am dealing with y values. Positive, 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 positive. The y value here is 0, as you can see there. Negative, negative. Please let me know if you are on the same page with me. F of x, g of x, k of x, everything is referring to your y values. If it is above x-axis, y is positive. If it is below, y is negative. I only got a few responses there. Please, I need all the response I can get so that if you are lost, we'll deal with it before we go deep. Help me, please, help me. Can I get those responses again? Okay. Now let's deal with the straight line. I'll use a blue. It's from the left. It is negative, 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 0, positive, 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 positive. There we go. Then you take your ruler. Your ruler will be your best guide here. So I have a ruler there. I'm looking for where this ruler will touch either both positive or both negative. Are you aware that it's at this point, blue is negative and red is negative? Does that make sense to you? So far, I'm moving from the left, right? We move from the left. They are both negative. Oh, beautiful. So I see my negative here. They are both negative. Let me do this. Can you see that they are both negative there? Okay? But both of them are changing at the same time. Oh, they both become positive again. Do you notice? They both become positive. Oh, blue and red positive, blue and red positive. Until point C. Point C is where things go south. My blue sign is now positive, my red sign is negative. Check what I mean. You see, at every place here, they are both negative. They both change because they both cross that point and they both become positive, positive. Oh, this one continues to be positive, positive until here. At this point is where they have different signs. Okay. So I can extend my bracket, my box until point C. I can extend. I'm just waiting for my flickering to stop so that we see. You would notice in the pink box, at every x value, they are either both positive or both negative, which means it's from x equals to 2 down to the left hand side. It's from here going down. And that's my inequality. X is less than 2. That's my first answer. Let me know if we are okay with that explanation. X is less than 2. They are all both positive and both negative. Please talk to me. You can see my inequality here. My inequality is right here when I drew that arrow. But we are not done. Remember now, we also said, let's come back here. F of x must be 0. Where is f of x 0? Oh, at C and at A. So 2 is inclusive. Beautiful. So I'll come here and include 2. Less than or equal to 2. But what's happening with the 4? At negative 4 rather. At negative 4, both f of x and g of x are equal to 0. And we said g of x must not be equal to 0. Because if g of x equals to 0, then it becomes undefined. You see, you'll be divided by, where is g of x equal to 0? At negative 4. I'll come here and put a restriction. X must not be equal to negative 4. Why? If I leave my answer as x is less than 2, it includes, because we're saying x is less than or equal to 2, all of these values. But not here. At this point, the g of x is equal to 0. And if I divide by 0, I'll get an undefined. So my answer will therefore finally be x is less than or equal to 2, but x is not equal to negative 4, and x is an element of real numbers. Please ask questions here. Ask questions. Ask questions. We're good? No question. I guess if you can do this, parabola is now chicken change, you know? You are on the right track. Okay, so that's the whole question there. Let me get the other question. If you need to take a screenshot, please, you do need to let me know. Because that question, you cannot really write anything down. You must just be able to write down the answer. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. Michelle, I wish you actually gave me from 5.1 though.
Sir, it's the KZN June paper.
KZN June, grade 11.
Yes, sir.
Which year?
2024.
2024. Okay. Oof. I'm going to have to quickly check on the net. Let's download it together. Guys, after this one, I am going for hyperbolas quickly. Those two questions should suffice for now. Maths paper, maths grade 11 past papers. Thank you for these questions. They are good enough for, because I need to go to hyperbola like very fast. 2024 June. Okay, exponential. At least today I want us to do hyperbolas. All right, so we have the graph already. Let's take the whole question. 19 marks. Okay, this is a mess. If I make it smaller, won't it be too small? Okay, we can still see, right? Can we see the question? I want to have both of them on the same page. Is it still visible? Okay, fair enough. Talk to me. Visible? Okay. Let's read quickly and then answer. Then I just 15 minutes here. The graph of h of x is given and p of x, okay, you can see gradient is negative here. P of x is negative 2x plus 8. That's the equation. All right. We have negative 3 and 0, 1 and 0, and h is 0. What does it mean? The y-intercept, when x is 0, h is 6. Okay, that's the 6 there. Beautiful. M is the turning point of H, D and E are there, blah, blah, blah. Write down the coordinate of D. What do you know about D? D is the what? X-intercept. And at this point, y equals to what? 0. I think we can do that very quickly. Everybody work that out. You've got 30 seconds. I have already answered it. Y is equal to 0. Number 1, what is the value of x at that point? Start throwing in values for me. Coordinate of D. Y is 0. When you substitute, what are you getting for the value of x? I'm waiting for you guys. Quickly, please. Yes. Thank you, viewer. 4. Lovely. Thank you. 4. And we're done there. It's 1 mark. Number 2. Show that a equals to negative 2. Basically, they are telling us to find the equation of that line. All right? Oh, which is exactly the same thing like we did earlier on. Y equals to a x minus x1, x minus x2. Do we know a point on the graph? Yes. we know this point. X is 0 and y is 6. So I'm going to come here and say 6 equals to a 0, 0. Can you see? I've substituted my x. What about my x1 and my x2? Negative 3 and 1. This one becomes negative, negative, positive 3. Do you see? My signs are changing there. So what do I have? This is 3 multiplied by negative 1. Divide negative 2. Then I'll come here and say y equals to negative 2. Remember, minus 3 would give me positive. And all I need to do is to expand. You know how to FOIL. X times x, x squared. I'm sure you guys still remember how to FOIL, right? This multiplied by that multiplied by that. Then this multiplied by that. Y equals to negative 2. 3 minus 1 would be positive 2. And then we expand throughout. Can you see that my 6 comes out plus 6? So A is, B is, and C. And I think that's what they wanted. Negative 2, negative 4, 6. Same story. And you can do it the way I did the other one. Please write quickly. Are we done, everybody? That's how to get the equation. So at your spare time, you can do what I did earlier on, use minus b over 2a. Okay, just to see, you'll actually get your b as negative 4 very quickly. Okay, let's move on because time. Calculate the coordinate of m, turning point. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Turning point. M is the turning point. XTP minus b over 2a. What is our b? Negative 4. And 2, my a is negative 2, negative 1. They said coordinate, so I need the YTP. What do? Substitute. We always substitute in the original. What do we have? 6 plus 4 is 10. I think it's 8. Confirm for me. Just give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if my 8 is correct. So I know the coordinate. Please write that coordinate. M, negative 1, and 8. We're done. And remember, I can get my turning point again in so many ways. I can also say x1 plus, let's check if this is going to work. What's our x1? Negative 3 plus 1. What is 1 minus 3? Negative 2. Can you see? I'm getting that again. Then I'll substitute YTP. You must know all of these methods because examiners can start playing games with you. They can start playing games with you. All right, quickly, let's run. I want to see 30 minutes for hyperbola. Oh, range of h. Can you see? Look at your graph. Your graph should tell you we are looking at the maximum. This is my maximum. If it's my maximum, every other value has to be below. And if it's below, it is less than. Now, this is just a photocopy of the same question. Y less than or equal to what? 8. We're done. Photocopy. Next question. Aha. Determine the value of x. Good. Inequalities. H and P less than 0. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the juicy parts of functions, not all these ones we are doing. Let me see what I can do. Okay. Oh, I already have a page here. But it's fine. I want to do 5.5 and I want to use the graph. Whenever I see this question, I start interpreting from the right hand side. So examiner is saying h of x multiplied by p of x, start from the right hand side. Less than 0 means negative. How can I get the negative answer if I'm multiplying two things? It means one must be positive and the other one should be negative. Or if this one is negative, that must. Once you do that, you're done. Do you see that? Multiplying that. So I go to my graph now and write my signs. Negative, 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 0, positive. You would notice it's the same story. 0. Let's use the blue one. All of these are above the y. So it's all what? Positive, 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 0. I'm looking for where they are of opposite what? Signs. Get my ruler again. Alright, look. The red one is negative, but the blue one is positive. That positive continues. Does that make sense? And that is here. Because once I cross, both of them are now positive. So my first box is here. Ooh, I needed a box. My first box is here. See, the red one is negative and that one is positive. From that point, I can draw a line saying from here towards that. That means x is less than negative 3. Let's continue. They are both positive. They are both positive. They are both positive. Okay, check here. Tap. The red one is now going to be negative, but the blue one is still what? Positive. Okay. And that continues up to point D, where both of them now become negative, because this one now becomes negative. Because I don't know if it makes sense. From here, the red one is negative, the blue one is positive, which continues because my graph goes down up to point D. At point D, the straight one line also becomes negative. I don't want both of them negative. So my answer, and I love this one, I'm going to show you how to write this answer. Very sweet. My answer is here, between these 2 points. Please let me know if that makes sense. That's where I have opposite signs. It's between one and 4. Between 1. Look at the way I'm going to write my answer. Between. Can you see my between? There. Between 1 and 4. Done. And then x is less than negative 3. X is an element of real numbers. I'm done. Please let me know if we understand. Did it make sense? Did you enjoy functions? Did it make sense to you? Easy stuff, right? You just follow, and you are good. All right, let's run quickly. 5.6. If h of x equals to k, oh, I love this one. Talking about nature of roots. If h of x is equal to k, determine the values of k for which roots. Let me quickly talk to you about something here. Roots. Quick note. Roots are x values of points of intersection between two graphs. Crash course here. X values of the point of intersection between two graphs. Roots are either real roots are going to be either real or non-real. The word real means that x value exists. Non-real means there is no point of intersection. And if I want to really calculate, I'm saying my discriminant is less than 0. My discriminant is less than 0. What is discriminant again? B squared minus 4ac. Because the square root of a negative number is undefined. If you remember, what are roots again? Let me quickly bring this to you. Roots are x values, right? So when we say root, this is what we mean. If that is a negative, then, so if delta is negative, that is less than 0, then roots are non-real. You get a no solution. And when they are non-real, no intersection. Real roots. When roots can be real and equal. For them to be equal, discriminant equals to 0. They could be unequal. Discriminant is greater than 0. And they could be rational. My discriminant is a perfect square. That is, if I simplify this, I'll get something like that, squared. When are roots equal? What am I expecting? I'm expecting my graph to look like this. For me to have equal roots. Okay, I'm going to draw quickly 3 graphs. And for this one, oh, I should also draw for non-real roots. For non-real roots, my graph is floating. You see, the x line is not touching it. For this one, the graph is touching right on the x. That's my root. It's turning right there. For unequal roots, I have 2 different x1 And here, my x1 is equal to x2. Here I have x1, here I have x2. And for this one, it's also going to be the same as that. Let's write that quickly. Yes, Michelle?
Please may I ask what's the difference between rational and equal?
All right. In terms of the graph, they may look the same. Okay. So we just normally say equal roots. They have x1. Your discriminant must be equal to 0. Check that. Your discriminant must be equal to 0. But for them to be rational, your discriminant must be a perfect square. So the discriminant would let you know the difference.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
I've got a lesson on nature of roots on YouTube that you can also check. A full lesson on nature of roots. Here we're just rushing now. Okay, let me know once you're done writing, people. Okay, we need to answer this question now. Okay, so that was just a quick on roots. All right, let's answer this now. It says, if h of x equals to k, usually what I tell learners to do is to rewrite the equation h of x equals to k. Now, if I am saying h of x is equal to k, what does it mean? Remember what h of x is. H of x is y value, okay? So, h of x is y. Let's replace that. Y is equal to k. What type of line is this? This is a horizontal line. Whenever I say y equals to anything, that line is horizontal. Now, if a horizontal line, that's what we mean now. For which values of k are the roots unreal? Mind you, this time around we are no longer looking at the straight line. We're only dealing with the parabola. You see, our parabola is our h of x, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw a horizontal line because y equals to k is horizontal. Look at this, beautiful. Let's draw that. Or let me do something for you. Let me do something for you. 1, -3, and 6. I want to draw this out for clarity. -3, 1, 6. Okay, so let's take a horizontal line. What is it? The first one. Roots are non-real. Beautiful. Non-real. Remember what non-real means. It means no point of. And I want to prove this to you very quickly. I might not be able to do hyperbola today. I want to prove this to you. Let's see what it means. They said h of x equals to k. Remember, y equals to k. It's a horizontal line. So, where should this horizontal line be such that there is no point of intersection? I'm just coming. I need my value. What did we get for m again? -1 and 8. Okay, I need that value of 8. I want to show you what this whole question means. Please understand. I want you to get this. For me to have no point of intersection, this line This line cannot be below, because anywhere here I have 2. Remember, this thing continues. It means this line continues. Do I have a point of intersection? Yes. I don't want a point of intersection, so where should it be? It should be above 8. Does that make sense? Anywhere above 8, there is no point of intersection. Please talk to me. That horizontal line will not have an intersection above 8. So we are saying y should be greater than 8. But what is y? Y should be greater than, when my y is above 8, it has no point of intersection, non-real. But y is k, so k should be above what? 8. And I want us to see what it means, in case you're still lost. Whatever I'm going to do now would make sense to you. Do you remember our equation? Anybody remind me of our equation? I want to show you something. Please write that equation down. Negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 6. I want to show you what it means. Negative 2x squared minus 4x. Okay, lovely. That's our h of x, right? The examiner says h of x equals to k. And we said anywhere above 8. We're not going to get an answer because there will be no point of intersection. Give me a number greater than 8. Let's take 10. I can take 9. In fact, let's check something. Let's take 8.1. I want you to say something. 8. That's the closest number. 8.1. Let's solve for x here. Negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 6 minus 8 comma 1. Negative 2x squared. All right, what is 6 minus 8 comma 1? That's about 1 comma 9. Negative 1 comma 9. Huh? Am I right? Am I right? My head is tired now. Okay. Equals to what? 0. Let's solve for x here. We all know how to solve for x, right? Let's change the signs. 2x squared plus 4x. Now, your a is 2, your b is 4. Yes, talk to me.
Sorry, sir, for misleading you. It's 2.1, not 1.9.
Oh, sorry. 2.1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, you're correct. 2.1 because 6 and 8 is 2. Lovely. Let's try our equation. I'm sure you remember. X equals to minus b. I'll do it for you so that we work very fast. 4ac. I want us to see. Please, everybody, just focus on my calculator now and also watch my errors if I make a mistake. Minus, what's our b? 4. Plus the square root of b squared, 4 squared, minus 4. What is our a? Our a is 2. What is our c? 2, 1 over. Make sure everything is well done. 2 and a is 2. I promise you that we're going to get an error. No values. No solution. That is what we mean by unreal root. It doesn't mean anytime you get this, it's an unreal root. Maybe you've made a mistake, but you saw there was no mistake here, and I knew what we were going to get. So anywhere above 8, there is no point of intersection. It means our roots are unreal. Please talk to me if my explanation makes sense. No solution. And that's what we mean by non-real roots. H of x equals to k. Y equals to k is horizontal line. When they say non-real, where will that line not have an intersection. Are we okay? I want to go beyond this question. Check something, my good learners. Can someone just take a screenshot of this? I want to run. Time. Ooh, I thought I would look at hyperbola, but no. Take a picture quickly, send on a group. All right. But the lesson is going to be available immediately. You can, what's going to be available on the links. I think I did share the playlist, right? I hope so. Okay, quickly. What if I'm moving beyond the question now. I want to have two equal real roots. I want to have equal roots. For me to have it as equal roots, the graph must turn right on that horizontal line. Check here. There we go. The graph is turning exactly at point 8, equal. So my y should be equal to 8. We're going to do everything again. Don't worry. It won't take us time. I want you to understand. Equal roots. So if y equals to 8, and I know that my y is k is equal to 8. Okay, here's my equation. I want to test it with my equation. That's my h of x. Let's equate this to 8 and find out what we are going to get. -2, because we said it must be equal to 8. Okay, -2x squared minus 4x plus 6. I want you to see your x values so that you understand what I'm trying to say. -2x squared minus 4x minus 2. Let's change all the signs. It's going to make life easier. And by the way, we can actually, okay, let me do this first. Are you aware that we can divide by 2? Let's factorize, everybody. I don't know if you can factorize with me. This is x plus 1. So what are you getting? Can you see that my roots are equal? Same values. Equal roots. Same values. For them to be equal, the graph must turn. Graph must turn on my horizontal what? Line for equal roots. I am getting one x value to serve as my x1 and x2. Take a picture for me, please. Are we good? All right, I have two more things to show you. Still on this, because I want you to understand this. Still on this. I want to now have two unequal roots. And again, I'm going to prove it. I want to have two unequal roots. I don't even know what the question is asking anymore, but I'm just doing my own stuff. I want to have two unequal real roots with negative signs. Both of them must be negative signs. Watch this. I want the graph to intersect at a point where the x values are negative. We're going to start again from the top. Unreal. Real and equal. Wait, can we come down? Ooh, what do you notice? It is now touching twice. Two unequal. But what are the signs there? They are both what? Negative. Oh, with negative signs. If I come down here, one of them would be negative and the other one will be 0. If I come down, I'll still have 2, but one will be negative and one. You need to look at the exam question very well. Please let me know if what I'm just explaining makes sense. Why am I getting my negatives from, guys? Remember, I am using x values. All of this, I'm just following the x values. You see, x values. X value there is positive. Which means if I want it to be 2 negatives, that will only happen between here and here. Talk to me. Both are negative, negative, and it stops right there. Once I go beyond that, positive, 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 negative and positive. So for me to get 2 negatives, can you see? It's between 6 and 8. Between 6 and 8. So, between 6 and 8. What are we saying? We're saying K should be between 6 and 8. Give me an example of a number between 6 and 8. 7. 7. So, we are going to make this 7. I want us to see our answers. If this is 7, what's going to happen? Negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 6 minus 7. Alright, so 2x squared, I'm already changing the signs. 6 minus 7 is negative 1 plus 1. We cannot divide here, so come quickly. Minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I promise you that both answers will be negative. Both answers will be negative. So please, I want you to understand this. That's why I'm not even rushing to go to another function. 4 squared. Multiplied by what? 1 over 2 times 2, which is 4. Look at your first answer. Negative 0,29. Do you see that? Then look at my second answer. Negative 1,7. Do you see that? Both answers, it makes sense. Anywhere between 6 and 8, both answers will be negative. Negative 1,7 and negative 0,29. Are they equal? No. 2 unequal real roots. What signs do they have? Negative. Are you guys with me? Are you flowing with me? I have 2 more to do on this. Are you flowing? Are you getting this? I have 2 more. Somebody take a picture of this again. 2 more to do. Did the picture come through? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Now, look at my questions. 2 equal roots with 1 negative with 1 negative and x equals to 0. I want to do something where my x must be 0. And that's very simple. That's just a simple line. Look at my line. Where will I get 0? When this line is right here, because x is 0 at this point. Does that make sense? Y equals to 6. When y equals to 6, I'm going to get x as 0, and the other value will be negative. Okay, come. We're saying y equals to 6. Remember, y is k, so therefore k equals to 6. Let us therefore say, they said h of x equals to k. I hope you see what I'm doing. H of x equals to k, but I'm saying my k is 6. What do you have? Plus 6 minus 6 minus 4x. 6 minus 6 is 0. Beautiful. We can change the signs. Check this. What is common? X is common, or 2x. X plus 2. So either 2x equals to 0 or x plus 2. So what do you have? X equals to 0 or beautiful. Do you see it? Everything is going back to my first statement. 2 unequal roots. One negative and the other one x equals to 0. All by just moving that line up and down. A picture. Then we want to do the last one. One negative and one positive. Wow, this is such a good lesson on parabola. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Is my picture coming in? I'm telling you, Michelle, I'm just loving it. Ta-da-da-da-da, I'm loving it. Lindy, I know you are now hungry, thinking of McDonald's. But I'm just loving this. Okay, who's sending me a picture? How are you? My picture is not coming. Time. You know the problem? Everybody's waiting for someone to take it. Ha ha ha. Lindy is waiting for Noku. Noku is waiting for Lindy. Lindy is waiting for Spay. Spay is waiting for Tejo. Tejo is waiting for Viwe. Viwe is waiting for Micho. Okay. Let's do the last one. And then I'll shut down. My time is up. I want two unequal real roots, one negative and one positive. Again, I am working with my green line. Do you notice once I come below 6, check. Anywhere below 6 will give me that value. Because at 6, I'm getting 0 and negative. Once I come below 6, 1 is negative, 1 is positive. So we're saying y should be less than any value less than 6. Give me a value. 5. So let's say k equals to 5. And what do we do again? Just like what we've been doing. Ooh, yeah, beautiful. Let's equate this to 5. Negative 2x squared minus 4x. 6 minus 5 is 1. Beautiful. Change the signs. Okay, minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I'm going to do my calculation to make it fast because I'm out of time. Negative 4 plus square root of 4 squared is 16. Let me help the calculator. Minus there would give what? 8. I don't have time to replace none of those things. Over 4. Okay. Check. One of my answer would be negative. This one is a positive. Positive 0,22. negative 2,22. Do you see that? One negative, one positive. Two unequal. Are those values the same? No. So unequal, but the signs are also not the same. Okay, guys, take a picture of this. Let me see what the last question is saying, because I think I over-explained this thing now. You mustn't struggle with this anymore. Watch it again. Get to know this. You mustn't struggle with this. Thank you. I think that picture came in. I heard a sound. Let's see what the examiner asked. Oh, my word. If the examiner can catch me, they'll beat me. I've overdone. Oh, check. I answered. For it not to have real root, we did. Roots have the same sign. The only same sign is for both of them to be negative. They cannot have same positive, because any line I draw, the negative is guaranteed. So for them to have same signs will be between 8 and 6. Do you see it? Roots have same sign. It's between 8 and 6, which we did. Let me answer the last one and release you. I also have a class now. Calculate how graph P must be translated so that it becomes a tangent. Oh, this is a beautiful one. This is a beautiful one. Come, let's do this together. Now, let me quickly tell you something about tangents. I'll give you a small note again. Ooh, I'm going to eat into the grade 12 session, but it's fine. It's fine. They'll chill. They'll take it. They'll take a chill peel. Okay, tangents, quickly. Okay, tangents to parabola. Tangent to a parabola. A tangent A tangent is a straight line that is y equals to mx plus c that touches a graph once. Now, at the point of contact, number one, we equate both functions. That's one of the important points. We equate both functions. How are you? We're saying the equation of the graph must be equal to the equation of what? The tangent. We equate because they're points of intersection. Point number two, they have the same x and y values, which means the roots are equal, hence discriminant equals to 0. So it depends on what you are given in the question to see whether you can just equate and solve, or you have to equate and find discriminant. I'll show you how to see which way to go. They have the same x and y values. There's a beautiful question coming. So those scriptures that are here, just watch and learn. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And for you guys in grade 12, we can use calculus. It's always shorter. Just derive equals to the gradient and you're done. That's 3 lines. Okay guys, let's look at this graph. Let me do it here. Let's explain here. And I like this being a smart board, I can move. So we have a graph that looks like that. and we have a line, let me use a yellow line, that looks like that. We want this line to be translated. By the way, the equation of this line is y equals to negative 2x plus what? I don't remember. Plus 8. Okay, let me bend it a bit. Negative 2x plus 8. Okay. Negative, I now overbent this thing. Alright, negative 2x plus 8. Let's understand this question. Come, I don't have time, this board. Y equals to negative, alright. We want to move this line so that it becomes what? A tangent. There's only one way to move it though. Okay, so we're going to move it from where it is there and bring it here. And you would notice there's only one thing that is changing. These two lines are parallel, by the way. So gradient is the same. This value here is 8. I don't know that's the value that is missing. If I can get my new y-intercept, I'm done. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go and find the equation of that line. But there's a point of what? Intersection. What do we do at the point of intersection? We equate. So always put in your head, tangent intersect. Tangent intersect. At the point of intersection, we equate.
I know what you're going to do. You're going to tangent. You're going to equate it plus, but you first going to put plus k. You're going to equate it, bring it all to one side, discriminant equal to 0.
Done.
Yeah.
Equals to the equation of the tangent. Done. What a one. Okay, guys. Let's say p of x. What's our h of x? Negative x. Negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 6. Now, this is negative 2x plus, let's say k. That's my point of what? Intersection. Now, let's solve. What do we have? Negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 2x plus 6 minus k equals to 0. Let's simplify. 2 minus 4. Do you notice I have two unknowns? But at the point of intersection, what do I know? The discriminant equals to 0. And what's my discriminant? B squared minus 4ac. What is my A? Negative 2. What is my B? Negative 2. What is my C? 6 minus k. Please, I want you to see that. Ax squared plus bx plus c. I wish every grade 11 in South Africa can just watch this lesson. This is too nice. We've been on parabola for 1.5 hours though. Just parabola. Okay, can we substitute? What is our b? Negative 2 squared minus 4 a 6 minus k. What is this? 4. All right, negative minus 8.
It's not plus 8.
Sorry, plus 8. Because negative 4 times negative 2. Now let's open this one. What do you have? 4 plus 48. 4 plus 48, 52. Minus what? 52. 52 divided by 8. Come, somebody.
Oh, you were it.
It's 5 point something. 8 times 5.
6.5.
Sorry,
6.5, sir.
8.5. 8? 6.5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Watch what we've done. We found, I've drawn my y-axis again, the first equation and the second equation. This one was y equals to negative 2x plus 8. Y equals to negative 2x plus what? It makes sense. It means we are shifting this graph what? Down. By how many units? By 1.5 units. Read the question and let's answer it. They said, calculate how graph P must be translated, that is shifted, so that it becomes what? A tangent. It must be shifted 1.5 units where? Downwards.
So can you write P of X minus 1.5?
Yeah, or you can write that, or you can
Just simply say 1.5.
you can use words. So translation, you can say P of X minus 1.5, or P of X must be shifted 1.5 units. I hope you understand how we got the 1.5. It is 8 minus 6.5. That's what gave us the 1.5. Beautiful question. If I was in a grade 12 class, I won't waste time. I would use calculus.
Yeah, just do equal to negative 2.
I'll just derive an equate to negative 2 and I'm done. Guys, did this make sense to you? Please let me know. This makes sense. You've got to rewatch this again. Listen to my explanation of the concepts. Listen carefully to the explanation. Take the words and internalize them. All right? And I gave you beautiful notes on that as well, that you can also use. Okay, guys. Michelle, thank you for these 2 questions. I really, really love them. They actually encompass a lot of things that we needed to know. So,
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Awesome. You are welcome, guys. All right, guys. Have a lovely evening and goodbye.
Can you re-explain the second last question?
Which one?
Equal signs or something.
Equal signs.
Roots say the same sign.
Oh, roots have the same sign. It's just here. Where is it? Where will they have same signs? It's between
Oh yeah, it was minus and minus.
minus and minus, between 6 and 8.
Oh, so we're only working with the parabola.
Yeah,
Okay, I see.
between that. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.